name's Allison. Welcome to your practice. Today's flow is going to be based for those people who think that because they're not flexible, they can't do yoga. And to kind of dispel the myth that you have to be flexible in order to practice yoga. So I'm going to give you lots of modifications, lots of things to do to help with inflexibility. So you'll need two props today. First prop is going to be a yoga strap, or you can also use a block or some sort of towel. The second one is going to be two yoga blocks. So we're going to go ahead and start lying down on the mat with your knees bent and your feet flat on the ground. So with your knees bent, feet flat, you'll cross the right ankle over the left knee and press your right knee out to the side. And you might stay here. If this is enough for you, if you feel a stretch in the hips, then you can stay here. Or you can lift the left leg off the mat and hold on behind the left thigh. Good. From here, we're going to take a couple rocks, side to side. Just connecting with those hips. Make sure to flex your right foot, and that will help to protect your right knee. And if your knee is bent, foot is flat, you can do the same rocking motion, side to side. You'll feel different areas of tightness depending on where you are in that stretch. So for me, whenever I go over to the left a little bit more, I feel more of a stretch than whenever I'm right at center. Good. And we're just warming it up, getting some blood flow into these areas, so this isn't going to be the deepest stretch. One more breath here. Release the right leg down to the mat. Press the left ankle over the right knee, flexing the left foot. You can either stay here pressing the left knee out to the side. You can even take your hand to the thigh and help to press out there. Or you can thread your arms through behind the right leg, clasping the hands, and take a little bit of a sway side to side. Making sure to flex your left foot to protect the knee. Noticing areas that might be a little bit tighter. For me, my left hip is tighter, so I always feel more sensation in this side. Good. Just waking up the hips, warming up. Good. Release your left leg. For this one, you'll need your strap. We're going to take the strap and place it around the arch of the right foot. Keep the left knee bent for today. So, no matter where your leg is, you can keep a little bit of a bend in the knee. Flex your foot so you feel a stretch in your hamstring. You'll inhale here with your legs straight. Exhale, bend your knee. Good. Inhale, extend the legs straight. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend it. One more time. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bend. Good. Release the right leg from the strap. And we'll switch it over to the left side, placing the strap around the left leg, extending that left foot up to the ceiling. Press your right foot into the ground. Inhale, leg extends. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Good. No judgment about how high the leg is as you inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend your knee and release. Good. And then just hug both knees into your chest, one knee in each hand, and take circles out and around with your legs, getting some warmth into your hips. And then reverse your circles the opposite directions for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. A little bit of core work here. Lift your legs up to tabletop. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Press your back into the mat. Knit your ribcage together. Tap your right toes down to the floor. Exhale. Inhale, lift the leg back to center. Tap the left toes down and lift. tap the toes, and lift, tap left, and lift. You can either keep tapping the toes, or you can tap the heels down. We'll do 3 more here, so you can flex your foot, tap it down. It's a little bit harder. Bella seems to take my yoga strap. She really likes it. Good. A couple more here. Good. Last one. Each side. Really nice. Good. Hug your knees in. Take a little rock and roll side to side. We're going to add on from there. So bring your legs back to that tabletop, knees over hips, ankles in line with the knees. Your feet can just be relaxed. Here, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. From here, right arm comes by the ear, left leg extends out to hover over the mat. Any lower back issues or pain, lift the leg a little bit higher. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Keep your back pressing into the mat. Left leg, right leg extend. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring it back in. Right arm, left leg. Extend and hold for 3, 2. You should be shaking. And come back in. Left arm, right leg. Extend and hold 3, 2. Reach the right foot away. 1. Bring it back in. We'll do 1 more each side. Right arm, left leg. Extend for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring it in. Left arm, right leg. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Give us a hug, a little bit of a rock side to side. From here, roll onto one side, press yourself up to a seated position, and then we'll make our way onto our tabletop all fours position. And we'll start cat and cow here. So inhale, arch, look up, exhale, round, look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Good. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round, look towards your belly button. Good. One more time. Inhale, arch. This just feels really nice for the spine. Exhale to round. Good. You'll come to a nice flat back. I want you to pretend like you have a glass of wine sitting on your back. Extend your left arm. Extend your right leg out. Find your balance. Flex your right foot. Press it away from you. Good. Drop the left shoulder and lower down. This should be challenging for your balance. Left leg, right arm, reach away. Drop the left hip, spiral the left inner thigh in, and release it to the mat. Left arm, right leg, reach, and lower. Last one, right arm, left leg, reach. Thank you, Bella, for bringing my strap back. And lower down. Good. From here, open the knees a little bit wider. Take a child's pose. Hips come towards your heels. Reach your fingertips away. Breathe here, not only into the front of the rib cage, but the sides of the rib cage, and also the back of the rib cage. Good. One more deep breath in, and exhale out. Good. From here, down dog. So set your your hands so they're shoulder width apart. You'll tuck your toes, come into your plank. From your plank, float the hips up towards the ceiling. And today for our down dog, I want you to bend your knees. So the point of down dog is not to feel that stretch. Down dog is actually an inversion. So you're trying to get your hips higher, pull the rib cage together, broaden through the shoulder blades, turn the elbows, the inside of the elbows, rotate forward, and press down into the palm of the hand and into the fingertips. Good, and keeping the knees bent. Take a nice little walk towards your hands. Keep the knees bent, keep the knees bent. So you're in Uttanasana, your forward fold. Let your head hang heavy here. Good. So you can keep your knees bent in this forward fold. And then bend your knees a little bit deeper. Tuck the tailbone under. Slowly roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Your head's the last thing to lift. Good, so we'll flow through a few sun salutations here. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands through prayer. Bend the knees, fold all the way forward. Keeping the knees bent, bring your hands to your shins. Lift up halfway. So you're nice and long through your spine, your back is flat, and you feel your back muscles working. Exhale, bend your knees even more. Step back to down dog. Keep the knees bent in down dog. Roll forward to your plank pose. Hug the elbows in, shift the weight forward to the toes, and then lower nice and slow all the way down to the mat. Keep the hands where they are. Hug the elbows in. Lift up baby cobra pose. Release it down to the mat. Press back to down dog. Keeping those knees bent. Good. And then just like we did at the first time, walk your feet forward towards your hands, bending the knees. Lift up into your flat back, lengthen your spine, hands to shins. Release it into your fold. Inhale, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge forward, hands through prayer. Fold forward, knees bent. Hands to shins, lengthen flat back. Hands to the mat, step back. Down dog first, bend the knees. Inhale forward to plank pose. Exhale, shift the weight to the toes. Hug the elbows in, lower to the mat with control. Lift up, cobra pose, medium size. Elbows hug in, shoulders down the back. Release it down. Press back, downward facing dog, knees bent. Good. And then take a walk towards your hands into your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Hands to shins. Exhale, fold it all the way forward. Knees are bent, let the head hang. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Last time here. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to prayer. Fold forward, bend the knees, let the head hang. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands to shins, knees stay bent, flat back. Exhale, step back, down dog. Bend the knees, lift the hips high. Inhale, forward to plank. Nice and long through the crown of the head. Shift the weight forward to the toes, hug the elbows in, lower down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, just medium size, elbows hug in, shoulders drop. Exhale, downward facing dog, knees bent. The goal of down dog is not to get the heels to the floor today. Good, look forward, step to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Beautiful, just take 2 deep breaths in, close the eyes. Inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Good, if you don't have your strap near you, grab your strap, we'll need it here. And you can just place it down to the side of your mat. So you're gonna bring your feet hip width apart. Good. Bend your knees, sink your hips low into chair pose. Reach the arms by the ears. Beautiful. And then exhale, press all the way up to stand. Good. Now bring your hands to prayer. Slide the left leg back. You're still hip width apart. Turn your left toes out slightly. And then bend your right knee. This is a version of warrior one. So your feet are nice and wide. Press the outer edge of your left heel into the mat. Almost like there's a little pillow under your arch. Bella, I need that. Almost like there's a little pillow under the arch of your foot. Good. Square off your shoulders. Warrior one's a really, really hard pose, but I found that having this wider stance really helps. Good. If you don't have your strap, grab your strap. Grab two edges of the strap behind your back. Palms are gonna face down. Reach, hands are about shoulder width apart. Reach the strap, the hands down towards the heels. And then think about pulling the strap apart. So you should feel a stretch through the chest. Beautiful. Don't get really tight in the front of the chest and the shoulders. Using a strap is a great way, great modification. Good, release the hands. Step the left leg forward. Sink your hips back into chair pose. Bend the knees, arms by the ears. Sink low. Make sure that you can see your toes. Good, keep your tailbone tucked slightly, rib cage together. And then press up to stand, hands to prayer. Keep your hands in prayer. Keep the feet hip width apart. Slide the right leg back, turning the right toes out to about 2 o'clock. Turn the chest, turn the shoulders, bend deep through the left leg. So you're in warrior one. Good. Keep length in your tailbone. You're not sticking your booty out. Everything stays long. Keep working to square off your shoulders and your hips. Keep energy through that right leg. You might even bend the right knee. Good. Take one more deep breath here. And then breathe. Grab the strap. Shoulder width grip on the strap behind your back. Palms facing down. Reach the hands towards your heel. Open up through the chest, through the shoulders. You might even lift the chest slightly. Pull the strap apart energetically to feel that stretch. Good, and then release that strap. You can let it go. Place it down on the mat. Step the right leg forward. Chair pose with your feet hip width apart. Bend your knees, reach your hips low. Elbows towards the ears. Can you sink 1 inch lower? Good, press through the heels. Hands to prayer. Good. Warrior two. Step your feet wide apart. Turn the left toes in. Turn the right toes out. Good. Reach your arms out away from you. And then bend your right knee. Sink low. Good. Your left foot's turned in slightly. Your right knee's pressing out over the right toes. Your arms are reaching wide. Really nice. Press the floor away with your feet. And then think about almost as if you could pull the mat away with your feet. Beautiful. And then bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Good. Left hand can come to your hip here. Turn your chest. This is a variation of side angle. Good. Right hip stays underneath of you. And then you can stay there or reach the left arm up and over the left ear. Good. Try not to sink into that right arm. Lift up and away from the right thigh. Turn the chest. Good. And then come back up, warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Turn your right toes in. Good. You'll need your blocks here for this one. Hands to your hips. Start to fold forward. Bring your hands to the blocks. You know, tight hamstrings are really hard. You want your hands to rest on something. All 10 toes are facing straight forward here. Make sure you're pressing your weight's distributed evenly through your feet. Front to back. Good. And if you don't have blocks, you can always grab some books, just something that you can give your weight to. Good. press through the feet, engaging the back of the legs, come up to stand. Turn the left toes out, right toes turn slightly in. Reach the arms wide. Warrior two on the second side. Really nice. Staying engaged through the right leg. So you have 50% of your weight in your left leg, 50% in the right. Sometimes we think it's all about that bending knee. It's not. Press down through the feet. Good. One more breath here. And then left forearm to the left thigh. Right hand comes to the right hip. Turn your chest. So you're thinking about stacking your hips, stacking your shoulders. Don't lean down, slump into that left leg. Lift up and out of that leg. Good. Use your legs to hold the weight. And then maybe you reach your right arm up and over the right ear. Maybe smile a little bit. Good. And then press up. Warrior two. Straighten your leg. And hands to hips. Turn the toes. All 10 toes to face forward. And then we'll take that forward fold one more time. Hands to hips. And release forward. Holding onto the blocks. And the blocks can be on a high height or the medium height. If you're flexed, if this is an area where you don't need the blocks, you can always bring your hands to the floor. One more deep breath in. Bend the knees a little bit. Engage the back of the legs, hands to your hips. Come back to stand. Step and hop your feet together. Good. We'll go through one more vinyasa to make our way down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands through prayer, bend the knees. Fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, keep the knees bent and lengthen your spine halfway up. Exhale, hands plant, step back for dog pose. Bending the knees in dog pose. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, shift the weight forward to the tiptoes, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down to the mat. From here, hands by your waist. Get really long through the legs. Get really long through the top of the head. Reach your hands off the mat, palms face in. Get so long that you float off the mat. Locust pose, Shalabhasana. One more inhale. Exhale. Bring your right cheek to the mat. Take a rest. One more time, locust pose. Bring the forehead to the mat. Get long. Reach the arms up. And lift up into locust. Breathing into the sides of the rib cage here. And release it down. Hands come under the shoulders. Press yourself up. And then swing your legs around. So we'll take one forward fold here. This is one of my favorite. You'll start in Dhanurasana, so legs extended, feet are flexed, sit up nice and tall. This might be difficult for you, so you'll bend your knees. Good. And then start to fold forward with your knees bent. Hands can either come to the mat, or you can bring your hands underneath your thighs and just fold forward here. Give yourself a hug. Let your head hang. Let your mind quiet. Let your face soften. Steady your gaze. Release the arms. Make your way all the way down on your back. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. And then hold on to the right thigh with the left arm. And bring the leg across the body for a twist. Reach the right arm out to the side. And if you have your blocks, you can let your foot rest on a block. Sometimes that's nice to feel the weight taken by the blocks, by the floor. Let your hips turn to the left as your gaze and your rib cage turns to the right. Bring the right leg back in. Give your knee a hug. And release the right leg down. Just take a moment and notice the difference between your two legs. Your right leg feels so much longer than the left. Evening things out. Hug the left knee in towards your chest. And bring the leg across the body. Left arm comes out to the side. Turning your rib cage, your shoulder, your gaze towards the left as the hips turn towards the right. Drop the left hip away from the left shoulder. Bring the leg back to center, give it one more hug. Beautiful. And then we'll release down into Shavasana. We'll stay here for about 3 minutes. Bringing your awareness, your attention to your breath. Surrender. If you're at home, feel free to stay here for a little bit longer. When you're ready, bend your knees. Clasp your hands, reach your arms up and over your head. And then release the clasp of the hands. Roll over to one side and press yourself up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Sit up tall, drop the shoulders, relax the jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing with me. Have a wonderful day.